Justice High School opened on August 28, 2018. The name Justice was chosen by the Fairfax County School Board to honor those people who fought for the ideal of justice, especially during the Civil Rights Movement, specifically 3 individuals: Barbara Rose Johns, Thurgood Marshall, and Louis G. Mendez, Jr. Barbara Rose Johns was born in New York City in 1935 and moved to Prince Edward County, Virginia during World War II. In the early 1950s, during the era of segregated schools, she attended Moton High School in Prince Edward County, which was the all-black school for the community. Barbara Rose Johns was deeply troubled that her school was not equal to the county's high school for white students. On April 23, 1951, at the age of 16, she led a student strike to demand better conditions. The protest gained national attention, and lawyers from the NAACP offered to represent Miss Johns and other students in a lawsuit to desegregate Virginia's public schools. The case became known as Davis versus County School Board of Prince Edward County. When the case reached the United States Supreme Court, it was combined with 4 other cases to become the landmark case Brown versus Board of Education. Thurgood Marshall was the lawyer representing the students in the case of Brown versus Board of Education. Citing the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, Marshall argued that segregated schools did not provide equal educational opportunities for black children. Thurgood Marshall won the case and helped establish the precedent that separate but equal was not, in fact, equal at all. Born in 1908, the son of a railroad worker and a teacher, Thurgood Marshall attended Lincoln University and studied law at Howard University. He went on to become the chief counsel for the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, winning 29 out of 32 cases he argued before the U.S. Supreme Court. In 1967, President Lyndon Johnson appointed Thurgood Marshall to the Supreme Court, making Marshall the first African American justice to serve on the United States' highest court. As a side note, Justice Marshall lived in Fairfax County and was the first black homeowner in the Lake Barcroft community near Justice High School. Another resident of Lake Barcroft was Colonel Louis G. Mendez, Jr. Colonel Mendez grew up during the Great Depression and was of Mexican, Spanish, and Navajo Indian ancestry. He graduated from West Point Military Academy in 1940, and during World War II served as the commander of the 3rd Battalion, 508th Parachute Infantry Regiment. This regiment, part of the 82nd Airborne Division, was one of the first groups of Allied soldiers to parachute into Normandy, France on D-Day, June 6, 1944. Colonel Mendez and his men courageously liberated a number of towns in Normandy. For his bravery and leadership, Colonel Mendez was given the Army's Distinguished Service Cross. After the war, Colonel Mendez served as a military attaché to Spain. He eventually settled in the Lake Barcroft community, and 8 of his children attended Jeb Stuart High School. After his time in the military, Colonel Mendez worked for the Virginia Department of Education and was the national director for the Right to Read program, which promoted literacy as a fundamental skill all students need and deserve in order to learn. Justice High School stands to remind us of these and the myriad others who have sacrificed to ensure our American freedom and equality for all.